Unit 8, Lesson 8, and we're going to interrupt this method book for a full trick. Okay, so last lesson we learned the B minor, the C sharp minor, and the F sharp minor. And I've been making you try and play all those notes, and now I'm going to tell you a little trick. It's called a power chord, and basically what it is the bass 3 notes of each of those chords. So instead of playing the B minor with 5 strings like this, we're just going to play the bass 3 strings. And that means we don't have to do the bar. We can just play one note with our first finger. Similarly, instead of C sharp minor, we could play C sharp power chord. Instead of F sharp minor, we could play an F sharp power chord. This is a very common technique in a lot of rock music. You'll hear this sound a lot. And I think part of it is they like the sound of this, but also part of it I think is just being a little bit lazy. It's much easier to play than... Also, realize that we haven't learned any major power chords yet. But, for example, B major would be played like this, or, and the B minor sounds like this. But when we play a power chord, the difference between those two chords is this note, changing to here. Here's the major chord, here's the minor chord. But when we play a power chord, we don't have to worry about whether it's major or minor. So it's sort of a genderless chord, which is another reason I think that they're popular with rock guitar players, is that it doesn't matter whether it's a major chord or a minor chord, we just treat it all this way. 2 ways that they're labeled are either, it'll say power chord, it may say P, C, or it will say something like B5. And what they're saying is that we're playing the root, the fifth, and the root. There's no third in the chord, which is what makes it major or minor. And if you've noticed underneath, there's little numbers 1, 5, 1. And if you look at the minor chord, you'll see it's 1, 5, 1, flat 3, 5. And so we're avoiding that third of the chord altogether with these chords. Thus the name B5 or C sharp 5 or F sharp 5. The other thing to realize is once you know how to play that shape, it moves all over. Whatever the bass note is, which is your first finger, that's the name of the chord. So B5 is on the 2nd fret, but C5 is on the 3rd fret. And C sharp 5 is on the 4th fret. And it's all on the A string. If I'm playing F sharp 5 on the 2nd fret of the low E string, G5 would be on the 3rd fret. G sharp 5 would be on the 4th fret, A5, etc. So you can look in the reference documents for all the note names on the neck as you go up, and whatever the bass note is, that's the name of it. All right, so enjoy those. And by the way, one other thing, that power chord, not the power chord, the muting technique that I showed you in the last lesson is very common with power chords. Bands like Blink-182 made a whole career out of it. The Ramones, you name it, they're all there going. So that's kind of a fun thing. All right, enjoy that, practice it, and we will see you at lesson 9.